Bum bum. Thinking out loud.
Hey everyone, welcome to Thinking Out Loud, the podcast where two psychology students try to make sense of human relationships before our brains fully develop.
Which, according to science, won't happen until we're like 25. So bear with us, we're still technically under construction.
I'm Mala, coffee addict, overthinker, and part-time attachment theorist.
And I'm Greta, specializing in avoiding my own emotions while analyzing everyone else's.
Today we're talking about something we both have a PhD in. Emotionally, not academically, falling for the wrong people.
Or as I like to call it, how to confuse emotional chaos with true love in 12 Easy Steps.
So, Greta, let's just admit it. Our type is basically anyone who will ruin our peace but looks good in bad lighting.
That's right. If they're slightly mysterious, emotionally unavailable, and possibly own one guitar that they never play,
Same. The worse the communication skills, the more I'm like, he must have hidden depth.
Spoiler, he doesn't. It's just emotional constipation.
But okay, let's be scientific for 5 seconds. Why do we actually do this?
Because our brains confuse familiarity with safety. If love used to feel like uncertainty, then chaos feels like home.
So basically, our nervous systems are like out here saying, yes, more emotional whiplash, please.
And that's why when someone's calm and consistent, we're like, oh, he's too nice.
Right? Translation. My trauma doesn't know what to do with this level of emotional stability.
It's like when your toxic ex texts you, hey, after 3 months, and your brain goes, dopamine.
But when a genuinely nice person asks how your day was, your brain goes, error 404, no excitement found.
Alright, time for the sciencey part, attachment theory.
Oh yeah, the reason therapists get paid and we get existential crises.
So there are basically 4 attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized.
Secure people are the golden retrievers of love. Stable, emotionally available, and loyal.
Anxious people are like, if you don't text back, I will spiral into another dimension.
Avoidant people. I like you from a safe emotional distance of 6 business days.
And disorganized people? They want love, but also think love is terrifying. Basically, they're like, come here. No, wait, leave.
So when anxious and avoidant people date, it's like pairing a puppy with a brick wall.
The anxious person's like, love me. And the avoidant one's like, sorry, I have a dentist appointment for the next decade.
And weirdly, both things are the problem.
Because technically, they're both going alright.
It's the ultimate psychological tug of war and the price, emotional exhaustion.
Let's talk about the biggest scam in modern dating, chemistry.
Yes, the thing people always use to justify bad decisions. I know he's emotionally unavailable, but the chemistry is insane.
Yeah, so it's the anxiety, that's not chemistry, that's cortisol.
Exactly. Real chemistry is your brain getting high on unpredictability. Dopamine says, we love this, even though your therapist and your friends say, please stop.
It's the same pattern as gambling. You never know when they'll text, so every hate feels like a winning the emotional lottery.
Except the price is usually disappointment or insomnia.
It's called intermittent reinforcement, and it's why slot machines and situationships both ruin life.
Honestly, if you've ever said, but when it's good, it's so good, you're in an emotional casino.
And the house always wins.
Okay, can we talk about how media absolutely set us up for failure?
Yes. Let's drag Hollywood. Rose and Rachel, toxic. Bella and Edward, yikes.
Girl, don't even get me started on Twilight. That's not romance, that's the vampires talking a teenager. And Danny and Sandy from Greece, she literally had to change her entire personality for him to like her.
We were raised on chaos marketed as love.
Exactly. Passion equals yelling in the rain. Peace equals boring.
Well, like, where's the movie where two emotional, healthy people just communicate and eat dinner at a normal hour?
No one would watch that because it would just be two secure people saying, I felt hurt when you said that, and the other going, oh, I didn't realize, I'll do better.
And then they go to bed, credits roll.
Boring for Hollywood, revolutionary for real life.
And Disney didn't help either. Half of those princesses fell for literally strangers who broke into their houses or kidnapped them.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome, but make it whimsical.
Let's talk about the unofficial religion of our generation. I can fix narcissism.
Oh yeah, patron saint. Every person who ever said they just need someone to love them right.
Spoiler, that person is not you.
The only person you can fix is your Wi-Fi connection.
Exactly. But when we grew up around inconsistency, being needed feels like love.
So you chase projects instead of partners.
And when it doesn't work, you blame yourself like, if I had just loved harder.
No, you just ignored the red flags like they were carnival decorations.
I once dated a guy who said he didn't believe in emotion.
That's not mysterious, that's sociopathy adjacent.
I know that now. Growth.
So there's a thing no one tells you. Healthy love can feel kind of boring at first.
Right? Because your nervous system isn't panicking 24/7.
When someone texts you back right away, your trauma's like, wait, where's the thrill?
But the peace, that's the good stuff. That's the emotional equivalent for hydration.
It's consistent, safe, predictable. All the things our TikTok fed brains confuse with no spark.
Exactly. It's not that healthy relationship like chemistry. It's that they lack chaos.
And that's not boring. That's what healing feels like when you're used to stress.
It's weird at first, but one day you realize you haven't cried over a text in 6 months. And that's the real glow up.
That's the new me energy we actually need.
Forget revenge bodies. I want revenge emotional stability.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about patterns and trauma and attachment styles, but let's get nerdy for a minute. Why do we actually like who we like? Like, what's going on inside our brains?
Oh yes, let's ruin romance with neuroscience, my favorite hobby.
So there's this chemical cocktail that hits the moment we need someone who ticks our tight boxes. Dopamine, oxytocin, adrenaline, basically our brain's version of an espresso martini.
Exactly. Dopamine makes you obsessed, oxytocin bonds you, and adrenaline keeps you up at night overthinking their last text.
And here's the plot twist. Your brain reward system reacts more intensely when the reward is unpredictable. That's why hot and cold people are so addictive. They literally trigger the same parts of the brain as gambling. Love is Vegas, but with tears.
Also, the mere exposure effect, the more you see someone, the more you start to like them.
So basically, you could fall in love with anyone you see them enough times at a coffee shop.
Exactly, which explains half of their relationship, honestly.
And don't forget similarity. We are more attracted to people who remind us of ourselves.
So when you say we just vibe, what you really mean is I like myself.
Your brain's like, ah yes, me?
But in another body perfect. Okay, so we psychoanalyze romantic love to death. Let's talk about the other relationship that saves our sanity, friendship.
Yeah. The platonic soulmates, the people who know your entire trauma history and still agree to FaceTime you at 2 a.m. like us still.
Yes, sometimes it feels like the person I'm dating is you. Plus, scientifically, friendship share the same brain chemicals or as romantic love. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin.
But without the emotional hangover or crying to sad songs, usually.
The cool thing is friendship are built more on consistency than passion. You see each other often, share experiences, and your brain go, stay familiar, we like this.
Basically, friends are the emotional equivalent of comfort food.
Exactly, except instead of calories, they give you validation.
And research even shows that strong friendships are linked to longer lifespans. So, technically, your best friend is your anti-aging serum.
Okay, who needs a relationship when your group chat already gives you life?
But let's be honest, friendships can be just as complicated as relationships.
Oh, for sure, because boundaries still apply, jealousy still happens, miscommunication a full-time job.
And we don't talk enough about friendship breakups. They hurt worse sometimes because you don't expect them.
Exactly. There's no dramatic we need to talk moment. It's more like slow fading away, awkward distance, and pretending it's fine.
It's wild how friendships can trigger the same attachment systems as romantic ones. You get the same fear of abandonment, the same overthinking text,
and the same internal monologue of, did I do something wrong or are they just busy?
Spoiler, they're probably just busy. But also, you're allowed to want reassurance.
Healthy friendship have communication too. Like, hey, I miss you. Shouldn't feel like a crime to say.
Yeah, let's normalize emotional honesty and friendship.
And let's also normalize not forcing all ones that have expired. Growth sometimes means letting go.
Exactly. The best friendships feel like home, not like homework.
Amen.
So, after all that, love, friendship, trauma, chemistry, brain chemicals, why do we fall for the wrong people?
Because sometimes the wrong people just feel like home, even when home had a few broken windows.
Because our brains are out here chasing dopamine like it's on a scale.
And because we mistake excitement for connection and chaos for passion.
But the more we learn, the more we realize peace is actually the goal, whether it's romantic or platonic.
Yeah, peace, not performative passion. Stability, not silent treatment. Group chats, not gaslighting.
You stop calling it chemistry when it's just anxiety with better lighting.
And you stop thinking love only counts if it hurts a little.
Because real love and real friendship feel safe. It feels like breathing normally for once.
And it doesn't make you question if you're too much or not enough.
It just makes you feel seen.
It makes you feel like you can exist without performing.
And that goes for your best friends too. The people who've seen your breakdowns, your bad hair days, and your 3 a.m. text runs.
The true test of love and friendship who still replies to your voice message longer than a podcast episode.
Exactly. At the end of the day, maybe all we're really trying to do is find people, romantic or platonic, who make the world feel less loud.
People who bring calm instead of chaos.
And people who make healing feel possible, not painful.
Thanks for listening to Thinking Out Loud, where two psych students talk too much and somehow try to make it therapy.
If you took anything from this, let it be this. Healthy love isn't boring. It's peaceful, and that's the real flex.
And if all else fails, just date your best friend.
Or maybe just be your best friend first.
We'll see you next time.